What's going on, everybody? Dialerix TV back with another video, and in today's video we'll be discussing some disturbing, bittersweet news pertaining to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, aka Mr. Unibrow, being traded. However, I'm not surprised whatsoever, but it's being reported that the Los Angeles Lakers could explore trading Anthony Davis. This article is per Inquisitor and the headline reads, NBA rumors, LA Lakers could explore trading Anthony Davis, says analyst. This article is via JB Barullo, and he goes on to say that trading for All-Star center Anthony Davis was undeniably one of the best moves that the Los Angeles Lakers made since the start of the LeBron James era. In just his first year wearing the purple and gold, Davis helped the Lakers return to the NBA Finals and end their title drought. However, after winning the 2020 championship title, things have gone south for Davis and the Lakers. Despite making major roster improvements last summer, the Lakers are noticeably struggling in the 2021-2022 NBA season and have failed to live up to the expectation from a legitimate title contender in the Western Conference. He goes on to say, should the Lakers trade Anthony Davis? The Lakers are still keeping their title hopes alive this season, but rumors have already started to swirl around Davis' future in Los Angeles with his underwhelming performance. Jason Smith of Fox Sports Radio believes that the Lakers could explore the possibility of trading Davis. He says, quote, I could see the Anthony Davis era with the Lakers ending with him being traded. Smith said, this is not working. LeBron is at the end of his run and AD is at the end of his run. So now we got to get three guys that we can pay to come in here that are going to win a championship together, and we're redoing the Lakers. So if you guys would like to read the full article, the link is in the description box. First and foremost, I have a question. Why, when the Lakers lose, how come we never see these so-called sports analysts or fans talk about the front office trading LeBron James? You ever thought about that? Like, hey, maybe the Lakers don't deserve LeBron James. Maybe he's just too great, sarcastically, to be on this Lakers team. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. We don't deserve almighty King LeBron James. The LeBron James fans are absolutely right, and I wholeheartedly agree. LeBron James deserves to be on a contending team. Okay? He is too old to be trying to carry a team. His fans are right. So how about we band together as fans with the sports media, come together as a whole with the LeBron James fans, and we push the front office to trade LeBron James, and let's start from scratch and rebuild this Lakers team. Okay? And I also have to say this. Matter of fact, I got a lot to say, okay? If the Los Angeles Lakers trade Anthony Davis, this would be the worst decision they could ever make. Okay, and I'm willing to bet the lint in my pocket that later on down the line this will come back to bite the Lakers right in the bikini bottom. Okay, guaranteed they'll be losing their defensive weapon. Now, it would be smarter for the Lakers to be patient and let AD rest than retool for next season when the free agency pool is super loaded. It's much more loaded next season in the 2022 NBA free agency class. You will have multiple options to select from. Trust me. You know, if they trade AD, they're going to regret it. LeBron James is almost 45 years old. No, seriously, he's almost 40 years old, heading towards the red exit sign departing crypto arena, with air quotes, crypto arena. So the equal value that you think that you're about to get for AD in return, it's not going to be enough. Not quite enough, okay? And I'm almost sure that AD sees all the blame being shifted his way, and he doesn't feel wanted. He sees all the disloyalty. And if LeBron James trades AD, bruh, he will never, and I mean never, ever win another NBA title again in his life. The only ring he will see is by going to the pawn shop and buying another one. Okay, pawning the very same ring that he won with AD. That's the only way he will see another ring, is by buying that same ring back. Okay, he'll regret it. Promise it. Book it. And what we'll see happen is the exact same pattern that we've seen take place the past 10 years, more years that occurred with LeBron James stacking the deck. Like now what you see with the 2021 Cavs. Okay, they're such a good young developing team without LeBron James. They're able to develop and build to become a formidable team. Players like Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle, D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, all these players, AD will play in a well-oiled machine if he's traded, play in a system that will thrive and flourish without him and not revolving around one single player. Obviously, Laker fans, or should I say the LeBron James fans, are now fed up and frustrated, so they're pointing the finger at everybody, blaming everyone except for LeBron James. All the fans do is look at the stat line and see that LeBron James scored 30 points. The man stat pads. He pads the stats, but they won't point out how the man relaxes and rests on defense because they don't watch the games. They just watched all the highlights, okay? And they pay attention to the smoke and mirrors, the distractions. I seen today where a fan posted how LeBron James, a stat where LeBron James played half of his life was playing basketball. Who cares? Who cares? It's Russell Westbrook's fault, which I can agree that Russell Westbrook is probably broke a world record with the most turnovers ever. He's a turnover machine, I can agree. But they're ready to trade everybody on the entire Lakers squad. They're ready to trade everybody on this entire Lakers roster, which we all know that this is a roster that LeGM signed off on. It was LeBron James. It was LeBron James that pushed for Anthony Davis, who was injury prone before he left New Orleans, okay, by the way. And also LeBron James that pushed for the Lakers to trade for Russell Westbrook. It's AD fault. It's Rob Pelinka fault. It's the basketball rim fault. It's the security guard fault. It's the fans' fault. So of course, there's no accountability taken by LeBron James because the media is always going to cape for him. But yes, please trade AD. Please do it. Just do it. Trade him. Trade him. So y'all can regret it later on. Honestly, I think that Anthony Davis wanted to return back home to Chicago anyway. And what's going to happen is this. Mark my words. Mark my words. If Anthony Davis gets traded, all the people who were calling him soft will complain. We don't want AD. Because they're brainwashed by the sports media to repeat their talking points like AD is soft, Mr. Brittle, which I can agree. He's brittle. He's brittle. He's very brittle. But I'm not upset because, one, I know that the Lakers are not going to get equal trade value for AD. That's one. And two, I was well aware of how easily he gets injured before he came to the Lakers. So it's best to just deal with the mess that you made. Okay? Clean up your spilled milk. Okay? Nicknaming him street clothes, etc. But they just prisoners of the moment, and they're going to go on just like all the rest of the players that leave LeBron and do well. Okay? And now that AD is on the biggest stage in the bright lights of Hollywood, you know, when he exits stage left, he'll be able to go under the radar again. Then he'll probably never get injured again. I mean, you'll never hear about AD get injured again. He'll probably carry the Bulls to the finals, and the LeBron James fans will be saying, we should have kept AD. We should have kept AD. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.